Doncic with the defender on his hip. Goes all the way out. What is that pass?
Last night we witnessed the unthinkable. The Lakers tied their franchise record for made threes against the best defense in the league, while the Rockets completely shut down Curry, allowing him only 3 points in the game. Denver's struggles continued despite Jokic putting up monster numbers, and the Kings beat the Cavs just 4 days after losing to the Wizards. We got it all, so let's start with the highly intense matchup between the Rockets and the Warriors in the Bay Area. Houston got a man glued to Steph at all times, and they doubled him on the pick to not allow an easy shot. Their entire defensive plan was to get the ball out of Curry's hands and force the others to make plays, and they did just that.
So Steph still hasn't scored, and he turns it over again. Tari Eason running with Maan Thompson to dunk it down.
Luckily for Golden State, their bench filled in for Curry's void by scoring most of the first half points, and with that keeping the game close. But near the end of the second quarter, the game turned into a Draymond Green show, and not in a good way.
Draymond and Dillon Brooks having words. The disruptors for both teams. The crowd letting Dillon Brooks hear it.
Final minute of this first half, we've decided nothing, and Şengün and Draymond kind of coming together.
Hey, Draymond's like, you're not going to bully me. Like, this is my spot.
That's not a good idea. Now we have a technical foul.
And the hope for the Warriors is that Draymond can kind of channel this frustration and just have a monster game. He's done it before. Now the crowd is involved. See, this is the kind of energy you want to feed off of.
Man, you would think the guy's gonna mature as he gets older, but nah, it's the other way around with him. Green even makes Dillon look like a geek. Anyway, Steph would have gone scoreless if this crazy shot didn't fall for him.
Curry three. He got a bucket. I told you, he got a bucket.
But the half isn't over yet because Draymond
And Van Vliet, Draymond did get a foul.
Free throws.
This was not a good play.
Look at him jawing after both missed free throws by Van Vliet like it's a championship game or something. It wasn't just him. Ime Udoka and Steph exchanged words as well. If Green's intention was to throw the Rockets game off, it didn't work because
12-6 points off turnovers favoring the Rockets. Maan Thompson out to Dillon Brooks for three, and he's got it, and Brooks is having a shooting night after making 10 in the first. Şengün right down the lane.
Jalen just 2 for 7 in the half. Into the lane. Corkscrew layup in and one.
on the other end, things escalated when
But Jimmy Butler's someone that can post him up, expose him.
Moody attacking, and Draymond a layup. And it's an offensive foul, and it would be Draymond's fifth foul.
Alperen Şengün is struggling right now. He is in pain.
Green goes elbows high into Şengün's face, earning him the 5th foul of the game, forcing Kerr to take him out. And the smothering defense on Steph continued. Look at Maan Thompson and Dillon Brooks face guarding Steph, not even looking at what's going on the court. When's the last time you've seen an air ball by Curry? Here's one.
Rockets would be the most incredible year. OKC's good, but they were good last year too. Steph with the air ball.
And when he was able to shake the defender for a rare open look, it didn't fall either. It was that kind of a night for Steph. He couldn't get anything to drop.
But he's had his best in the open floor before the defense is set.
Steph all the way to the rim. Looney tipping it in. And Looney another offensive rebound. Steph on a sidestep three. Crowd aching for that to go down.
Even the greatest shooter on earth is allowed to have a bad game. A measly 1 of 10 from the field without any trips to the free throw line for a total of 3 points. That's astonishing. The Rockets defense really turned off the lights for Curry in this one.
Because of Maan Thompson and the Rocket defense has just bottled up Steph.
Well, look at what Steph has had to deal with all night. Game after game, to have to deal with this, it stinks. It has to stink.
On the contrary, Jalen Green was cooking in the fourth to help Houston pull away.
Brooks picked. Pulling back on Curry. Pulling back on Curry. And he sticks the triple over Curry. Crossover. Chuck. Kick. Green. Shot. The three. Good. Biggest lead of the night for the Houston Rockets.
Look at Jalen putting Steph on skates before the jumper. Green scored 10 of his 21 points in the final period to give his team a double-digit lead, which they were able to hold on till the end. With the 15th win in their last 17 games, the Rockets look safe at the number 2 spot in the West, while teams from number 3 to number 8 are all within 2 games. Heck, we have 4 teams with the same exact record. I know the West is always wild, but this season things are particularly crazy. And the Lakers went absolutely nuts from downtown against the Thunder.
In a game, nothing but net for Luka.
LeBron did a good job of faking that.
Never did a thing. Dorian Doe from the outside. Remaining regular season home game. Reeves downtown.
The Lakers, led by Luka, came into Oklahoma shooting the lights out. 7 of 9 from long range in the first quarter for 42 points over the #1 defense in the league. And when everyone expected for them to slow down, they ramped up the pace even more in the second period.
There's only one lead change as the Lakers continue.
Austin
What
Reeves.
cool off. There's one of them. Austin! Anywhere in the gym. LeBron! Fresh snow.
The purple and gold avalanche continued with AR and Bron putting LA up by 20 while Luka was resting on the bench. And here's a funny moment of him trying to get rid of the layers of clothes on the sidelines before subbing back in. It must be chilly in OKC. And once he came back in, Luka was in his magic bag.
Doncic dancing right side. Finney Smith.
Wow, nice move by Luka. Forced.
They've been busy. Luka lets fly. Bam! From the outside. Here he goes with the defender on his hip. Goes all the way out. What did that pass?
Oh my goodness, a behind his head pass on the money for Vincent while in the air. This is as good as Jokic's no-look dime to Gordon from a couple of weeks ago, if not better. Doncic toyed with the Thunder defense all game long.
Max, here is Doncic! Doncic! The Don!
Luka.
He scored 22 of his 30 points, leading the way to an incredible 78-point half. LA shot a sizzling 15 out of 22 from long range. That's incredible. I guess Luka must have heard all the talk about OKC's defense, so he decided to push them to the limit.
Luka, back, forth, fall away, good!
Luka's bringing out all the tricks tonight.
Next Sunday when everybody's in action, Doncic throw it up, score! And one!
He's brought all of the arsenal.
Luka, scoop, score!
Cason Wallace, Alex Caruso, no matter who was on him, Doncic was cruising in this one. On the other end, Shea was alone on the scoreboard, but something strange happened for the first time since 2021. To be precise, SGA had 0 free throw attempts in this game. That's a rare sight. And for the utmost pleasure of the present LA fans in the building, Junior got some action at the end.
3 for Bronny!
Absolutely going nuts.
Look at Bronny getting the monster board at one end and then deliver the dagger at the other. A perfect night for Le Kid concludes the franchise tying 22 threes for LA in this game. When you're shooting like this, no matter how good the defense is, it's game over. And Cavs fans must have thought it was game over ever since their players stepped on the court against Sacramento. But boy, they were in for a world of surprises.
Zach got to get it up. Levine knocks down the 3-ball.
Great awareness of where Zach Levine was.
Kings got numbers here. Flight number 8 takes off and lands. The pass Zach was calling for. Corner 3. Bang, bang, bang.
The Kings, led by Levine's 37 points, went on a huge 27-6 run to close the third quarter with a double-digit lead. However, Cleveland managed to make things interesting again in the middle of the fourth quarter by coming all the way back and even taking the lead on this dunk by Allen. But it was too much of DeRozan and Levine in the clutch.
Step back. 3-ball. Oh! He's making it rain in Cleveland. Zach with 32. Looking for 35. Oh, ring him up. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Zach, you got to get it up. Levine on the layup. Count it.
This marks the Kings' second win over the Cavs in the last 3 weeks, during which they lost to teams like the Wizards and the Bulls. Phoenix, on the other hand, was looking to avoid falling in a bigger hole to Sacramento for the play-in chase, but they faced off against the Knicks with Jalen Brunson back in the lineup.
Hart throws it ahead. OG Anunoby all alone for the easy slam. Ahead to Brunson. Look at Dunn get back defensively. Brunson bank shot is good. And there's the first field goal. And there's still 7 minutes to go in the period. Off another turnover. Hart, McBride banks it home.
After missing 15 games, Brunson had a slow start with 15 points on 33% shooting, but luckily OG Anunoby is still in his beast mode.
Anunoby with authority. As is Booker. Anunoby on the drive. Reverse is good. Oh.
Jones, who gets it back, lost it a second time. Here's OG Anunoby, goes up and throws it down.
OG is on a tear, averaging 28.5 points in his last 8 games on 50-40-90 shooting splits. Amazing. Devin Booker's 40 points couldn't save the Suns against the all-around better squad in New York. And we saw a similar story in Denver, where the Nuggets were hoping to bounce back after losing 3 ugly games. Jokic was on his MVP level again, leading his team with another triple-double of 37 points, 11 boards, and 13 assists before the final period even started. The Pacers, playing without Siakam, went on a big run early in the final period to mount a double-digit lead.
Sidestepping, the 3 is good by Jarris Walker. He is just killing the Nuggets.
Can't control.
Long-range Turner. Oh my!
He shoots out with such high arc.
Wow.
Christian Braun, out of all people, willed the Nuggets back into this game, scoring 11 of his 30 points in a span of 6 minutes.
Denver starters with 44. And Christian Braun lights up. Christian Braun in on top and score! Timeout Indy!
With 4 games left to be played in the season, a lot of changes can happen in the standings. A night full of improbable moments in the NBA, and if you like this one, you'll love my last video where I documented the day when the league reached its climax. Click right here to check it out. Talk to you in the next one. Peace out.